Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into something pretty fascinating, the kind of unexpected link between cloud security and keeping your budget happy.
Yeah, this is a really interesting shift, It's like we're finally moving past those days when security and finance were totally separate worlds, doing their own things.
Yeah, totally. And the research we're looking at today focuses on how security pros are becoming these like vital players in the whole FinOps world. And just a quick reminder for anyone who's new to this whole thing, FinOps, it's like, making a budget, but for your company's cloud.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all about making sure you're getting the absolute most out of those cloud resources, but without, breaking the bank. And here's the really interesting part. We're not just talking about security as just like protecting data anymore. It's about making sure those cloud dollars are being used wisely too.
That is huge.
Yeah.
So you're basically getting more bang for your security buck, right?
Right.
But how does this actually play out, like, in the real world?
So one major area is monitoring and responding to anything unusual. Let's say someone tries to get into your cloud data they shouldn't be accessing. Security is going to step in, obviously, but now FinOps steps in too to analyze the cost.
Whoa, that's actually really smart. So it's not just, did we manage to stop them? It's how much did this attempt end up costing us? And how do we make sure we don't have to pay for that again?
Exactly. It's like, were there extra resources used because of this whole breach attempt? Can we tweak our security settings to avoid these costs in the future? That kind of financial analysis, alongside that security response, that's invaluable.
It's like having a security system that also tells you how to lower your insurance premiums. It's proactive and reactive at the same time.
Totally. And you know what? This ties directly into another big thing, policy and compliance. Because staying secure in the cloud, it means following a whole bunch of rules, and a lot of them have financial implications.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You definitely don't want to be paying for some top-tier security system only to realize, oh, wait, it's not even compliant with regulations.
Exactly. This partnership, though, it makes sure that your security measures, they aren't just protecting you, they're also lining up with your budget and all those legal requirements.
So it's kind of like having a financial advisor and a lawyer on speed dial for every cloud decision you make.
Pretty much, yeah. And we can't forget about managing who has access to what in your cloud environment.
Right, because not everyone in a company needs access to every single file and tool.
Exactly. And that's another place this collaboration really shines. It's making sure the right people have access to only what they absolutely need, and all of that at the lowest possible cost. It's about maximizing both security and that financial efficiency.
It's about being deliberate about who has access to what, right? Like to protect all that sensitive information and control that cloud spending. So are there any other key areas where this partnership is important?
Oh, totally. Documentation, having those thorough reports, the ones that clearly show the value of this security and finance team up, that is super essential.
Because, yeah, it's one thing to say it works, but it's another to actually show how this collaboration is making your cloud setup more secure and more cost-effective.
Exactly. These reports, they can highlight how security investments, they're not just expenses,
Yeah.
They're strategic moves towards a financially stronger future for your whole organization.
So much more than just keeping the bad guys out. Right. Okay, so we've covered a lot. What does all of this mean for our listeners today?
It means that looking at cloud security with a FinOps mindset, it's not just a good idea, it's essential. It's the key to really getting the most out of every single dollar you spend on security, and to building a cloud environment that's both secure and financially stable for the long haul.
It's about making sure your cloud setup is a fortress, not a money pit. And this is something to think about, right? As we rely on the cloud more and more, is that line between IT security and FinOps going to blur even further? What new challenges and what new opportunities will this whole collaboration create in the years to come? Something to ponder. All right. That's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for listening.